If you're running a home care agency and spending half your day on scheduling, this video is for you. There are 5 specific things home care agency owners do to get scheduling off their plate without hiring a full-time in-house staff member. I'm going to walk through all 5 right now, and by the end you'll have a clear picture of what actually moves the needle and what's just rearranging deck chairs. I'm Jeff, CRO and co-founder of ClearDesk. We work with home care agencies across the US, and scheduling chaos is the #1 operational problem I hear about. So let's get into it. The first thing is delegating call-out handling to one dedicated person. Here's what I see constantly. The agency owner is the one picking up the 5 a.m. call-out call, not because there's no one else, but because there's no clear system for who handles it, so it defaults to the person who cares the most, which is usually the owner. That one phone call doesn't cost you 5 minutes. It costs you the next 2 hours because now you're scrambling to find coverage, you're texting caregivers, you're checking the schedule, and you've completely derailed whatever you were supposed to be doing that morning. The fix isn't complicated. It's assigning one person, whether that's a VA, a coordinator, or an existing team member, whose explicit job is to handle coverage gaps. Not as one of 15 things they do, as the thing they do. When a call out comes in, it goes to that person. The moment you stop being the first call, your mornings change immediately. The second thing is building a coverage protocol, so decisions don't require you. This is where a lot of agency owners get stuck, even after they delegate. They hand off the responsibility, but then the coordinator is texting them every 45 minutes. And you're still doing the work, just one layer removed. The reason this happens is there's no decision tree. When the scheduler hits a situation they haven't seen before, they have no framework for handling it independently. So they escalate, and it lands back on you. What actually works is documenting the most common scenarios and writing out exactly what to do in each one. Caregiver calls out with less than 2 hours notice. Here's the sequence. Client cancels same day. Here's how to handle it. No available caregiver for an open shift after 2 broadcast attempts. Here's the escalation path. It doesn't have to be a formal document. A 1-page reference sheet covers most of it. Once your scheduler has that, they can act independently. The third thing is using your home care software to its actual capacity. I had a client running a 30 caregiver agency who was spending close to 4 hours a day on scheduling. When we dug into how she was using her software, she was manually texting caregivers about open shifts one by one. Her agency was on AxisCare, which has an open shift broadcast feature that sends alerts to all qualified available caregivers at once. She had never turned it on. Most agencies are using AxisCare or WellSky at maybe 20% of what those platforms can actually do. The open shift broadcast, automated shift reminders, caregiver availability tracking, recurring schedule templates, these features exist specifically to reduce manual coordination time. But they only work if someone sets them up and uses them consistently. If you haven't done a deep audit of how your team is using your scheduling software, that's worth an hour of your time this week. You may find that the tool you're already paying for can cut your manual scheduling work in half before you change anything else. The fourth thing is hiring a dedicated scheduling VA. And I want to be specific about what dedicated means here. Not a generalist VA who also does your inbox and your social media and your data entry. Not a part-time contractor who's working 3 other clients on the same day. A scheduling VA whose entire job is owning your schedule, working your hours, inside your systems, handling callouts, filling gaps, coordinating caregivers, and running the daily operational rhythm of your schedule so you don't have to. This is the point in the conversation where most agency owners ask me if a remote VA can actually handle the urgency of home care scheduling. And the honest answer is yes, if they have the right background. The tasks involved don't require someone to be in your office. They require someone who knows home care software, understands what's at stake when a shift goes uncovered, communicates clearly with caregivers, and is available during the hours your agency operates. At ClearDesk, every VA we place in a home care scheduling role goes through our talent assurance protocol. Less than 0.5% of applicants make it through. We're talking language testing, skills assessment, behavioral interviewing, background verification, environment auditing, and role-specific evaluation. They're HIPAA compliant and trained in home care platforms, including AxisCare and WellSky, before their first day. So when they start, they're not learning the job. They're doing it. For most agencies we work with, a dedicated scheduling VA replaces somewhere between 3 and 5 hours of the owner's day immediately in the first week. The fifth thing is batching your scheduling tasks instead of reacting all day. This one sounds simple, and it is, but it makes an enormous difference in how your day actually feels. Most scheduling chaos comes from reactive management. A call-out comes in at 7 a.m., you deal with it. A schedule change request comes in at 10 a.m., you deal with it. Another one at noon. Another at 2 p.m., you're never actually focused on anything because the schedule is constantly pulling you back. What works instead is setting a defined scheduling window, a block of time, typically in the morning, where all schedule changes from the previous 24 hours get processed together. Your VA reviews everything that came in, makes the adjustments, fills the gaps, and sends a daily coverage confirmation before that window closes. Outside of genuine emergencies, nothing gets touched until the next window. This single habit reduces context switching and gives your scheduler and you the ability to actually finish other work without constant interruption. Agencies that implement a scheduling window consistently tell us it saves them 2 to 3 hours per day, not because they're doing less, but because they're doing it in a concentrated block instead of scattered across every hour of the day. So to pull it together, the 5 things are: get call-out handling off your plate and onto one dedicated person. Build a coverage protocol so your scheduler can make decisions without you, and use your scheduling software to its full capacity instead of working around it. Hire a dedicated home care scheduling VA rather than a generalist, and batch your scheduling tasks into a defined daily window instead of reacting all day. If you want to see how a dedicated scheduling VA works in practice, book a call with our team by visiting the link in the description. We'll walk you through exactly what the role looks like for an agency your size, what the onboarding timeline is, and what it costs. No commitment required, just a real conversation. Thanks for watching.